Hi everyone, it's Elaine Romero again, licensed marriage and family therapist and the owner and clinical director of Safe Harbor Counseling Center right here in beautiful Temecula. Now, in the first part of this series, I talked to you a little bit about possible anxiety in your workplace, how to identify it, how to support it. And in this video, we're going to talk a little bit more about how to actually support an employee that might have anxiety at your workplace. Now remember, it's normal that you as a business owner want productivity from your employee, that you want to trust your employees to do their job and to do it well. But what if someone is suffering from something that is impacting their emotional well-being, like anxiety? Now, we talked in the last video that your employee's mental health can make a big impact on your place of business. Employees that are in a good place emotionally or who are getting good help to cope with their anxiety or personal stressors will have higher productivity, and they'll have a better relationship with your coworkers and with their supervisors. Now, as we said, anxiety is a leading mental health challenge. So it's important that you know the signs and the symptoms. And it's important that you know the stressors that could impact your employees' mental health. And it's important to check in on your employees. But what else? What else can we do? Are there other reasonable ways that we can support our employees? Now remember, I want to remind you, it's not your responsibility to take care of your employees' mental health. That is their own responsibility. But providing support, providing resources may impact your employee in huge ways. So I've listed some ideas of how you can provide reasonable support to your employees, and we'll have those listed above. Number one, the first thing you can do is to really just cultivate an environment that supports mental health. So maybe you're having staff meetings where you're letting your team know that their mental health matters. Normalize and encourage them to actually take care of their mental health. Maybe have an open door policy where your employees know that they can come and talk to you in a confidential way about things that they're struggling with. Maybe on occasion, provide some in-services with people like myself, like therapists, that can come and train your team on how to find ways to cope, or breathing exercises or meditation or something like that. Or maybe on occasion you actually have encouragement for your employees to take care of even their physical health. Maybe you have a relationship with a local fitness gym that comes in and provides some classes or yoga, or even gives your employees a percentage off if they go to their gym. Overall, we want to encourage our employees to take care of their fitness and exercise, because that is highly, highly correlated to their emotional well-being. That release of endorphins will calm our mood and increase our mood as well. So those are just a few ideas that you can incorporate into your kind of overall work environment. Maybe even do some social things together too that are active, going on a hike together as a team, or paddleboarding for fun, for team building, just to give that overall sense that you support mental health and physical health in your work environment. Second, be aware of factors that could exacerbate anxiety in your workplace. We know that a lot of office drama, a lot of gossip can really make people feel anxious in their work environment, especially harassment in the work environment. So make sure you're keeping tabs on that you're aware of that you're also having some policies set in place so that your employees know what to do if they are dealing with a difficult coworker or harassment from someone else. Discourage any negative behavior like that in your work environment. Also, safety can lead, or a lack of safety, I should say, can lead to anxiety for your employees. So making sure that their environment is safe in all ways. I actually had once a therapist on my team come to me and say she was feeling unsafe when she left at night to go to her car. And we had certain office hours allocated for the therapist on my team. So we had to make some arrangements. I wanted to make sure that she felt safe in her environment working at my office. Be aware of seasons at your workplace where you have long hours or intense deadlines. Make sure your team is holding up. Check in on them. Make sure they're taking those appropriate breaks. Maybe even give them some rewards at that time, like providing them lunch or dinner when they're just having to work long hours. That can really go a long way to help alleviate stress and anxiety with your employees. And also, make sure you give that open door policy again, that they can come to you if they are not feeling safe in their work environment. Number 3, encourage employee engagement. So most of you are probably doing employee reviews where you talk about their productivity and how they're doing at their job, but also check in with them. What's going on in their family life? How are they feeling? How are they coping? Overall, give a sense that you care. If you know one of your employees has a big family event like a wedding or a funeral, or say maybe little Johnny is playing in the finals for his little league, make sure you're encouraging that they attend these activities. Make sure that you have this kind of overall morale in your company, that you care about their personal lives. It's also important to have some fun activities at your work environment, making sure that maybe you sometimes get together for team building, maybe have those crazy days where you dress up in the crazy Hawaiian t-shirt. Overall, allow for a sense of fun and enjoyment in your place of work. Next is to promote work and home life balance. We talked about that a little bit in the last one, but encourage that. Encourage your employees to set boundaries so that they're making sure that they do have an outside life past their workplace. Check in with them and make sure that they are taking care of that part of themselves as well. Number 5, provide opportunities for growth. Make sure that there are certain trainings you provide, or chances for them to improve their skills, or chances for them to better themselves at your business. People really need to have a sense of potential or a sense of improvement. This allows them to feel better emotionally. Trust your employees with even new opportunities. Let them take a few risks to see if they can handle a more difficult project or job. Give raises when appropriate, of course. And maybe even consider buying a token now and then for your team, something like a book that you know that they could all read and something that would motivate them. These are just small, simple ways that you can, encourage growth in your employees. Number 6, employee recognition. Oh, it's so important to be letting your employees know when they're doing things right, because we're going to let them know when they're doing things wrong. So let's make sure we let them know when they're doing things right. Compliment them, lift them up in front of other employees. Maybe even have some incentives, like an employee of the month, or some fun competitions, things that get them excited and motivated to produce. I know we do a lot of marketing in our community, and sometimes I'll give an additional gift card to one of my therapists who's really getting out there and putting our name out there, just to show them that I care and to show that I appreciate the hard work that they're putting in. Number 7, be open to breaks or even taking time off. If it's revealed that one of your employees has a major family life stressor, you might want to allow them time to take care of that. Or if, let's say, you see someone actually having a panic attack at your place of business, discreetly help them find a place where they can take a break and get centered and get back on track. So making sure you're open to breaks, whether it's just taking the day off or some time off, or even within the work environment if they need a moment to collect themselves. And number 8, encourage your employees to really take some time to take care of themselves. In fact, to even develop a personal wellness plan. So giving them something concrete that they can use to take stock of their lives, that they can use to make sure that they're having balance in their life and in their emotional well-being. Now, at Safe Harbor, we have put together a personal wellness plan ready to go for you that you can access right off our website. There'll be a link at the end, but our website is shcounseling.org. And this is our personal wellness plan that you'll see right on the first page of our website. So you can print this out and actually hand it to your staff. And it gives them a chance to kind of take stock in their life. This is adapted from Maslow's hierarchy of needs, okay, which are the 5 levels of human needs that allow an individual to feel fulfilled, to feel balanced. These are key components that we need for a positive mental health, and they can actually balance and combat anxiety in your employee. So simply all your user does is take a look at this handout, and they can check the boxes on the areas where they want or think they need a little bit of improvement. And then they are also encouraged on the handout to make a list of action steps that they can take to actually achieve that. So just briefly, let's go over what's on this handout so you're familiar with it if you decide to use it. At the bottom, you will see what we call the basic needs, okay? And in the middle, you will see what we call the psychological needs. And at the top of this triangle, you will see the self-fulfillment needs. Now, the basic needs are just the basic human needs we all have. And we have to make sure that our employees are taking care of those things in order for them to be present at work. So those are things that are physiological, like their sleep and their nutrition, exercise, relaxation. We also need to make sure that's available for them in our workplace, right? That they can get a drink of water or have their lunch break or have a chance to take care of their physical needs at work. The next is safety, housing, finances, resources, employment. Have them check in with themselves. People that are really struggling in those areas are going to overall have a harder time with coping. The next, you see we move into the psychological needs, and that's under love and belonging, and also under the self-esteem. So in love and belonging, people need a sense of belonging in their home environment, but also in their work environment. So when they have that, they feel engaged, they feel more motivated. So they're needing connections spiritually, with friendships, with family, even sexual and romantic intimacy in their lives. And the next is self-esteem. Self-esteem is that sense that I'm contributing to a higher goal, and it's recognized, okay? That I have a certain sense of self-worth, confidence, that I have achievements, and I have respect for others, and others respect me. And then our very last component on the personal wellness plan is self-fulfillment. And that's self-actualization, that your employee feels like they are doing the best they can, and they also feel empowered to do even better. It's this sense of purpose, this sense of creativity or potential. We all have that. We are hardwired in our brains to want to have a sense of purpose, to want to be able to create, and also to feel like we can improve over time. So this is a fantastic tool. I hope that you take advantage of it. It also, on the bottom, has the number and the contact information for Safe Harbor Counseling Center. So if one of your team members fills this out and they say, wow, I need help in a lot of areas and I don't even know where to begin, we would love it if you felt comfortable sending them to us, and we would help them with all these areas of their life. So I hope this second video gives you a little bit of idea of just some reasonable ways that you can cultivate an environment of helping your employees deal with anxiety or any other mental health challenge in your workplace.